You can definitely use your mind to change your life, and it doesn't matter what you've been through up until this moment. Okay, so before you can use the power of your mind to change your life for the better, I think it's important for you to understand what the mind is. See, when I talk about the mind, most people think about the brain. The brain is part of the mind, but it is not the entire mind. The mind is an element of a person that allows them to be consciously aware of their thoughts, their emotions, and their actions, the world around them, and their experiences. So, in short, the mind is an activity, a quality of who you are. And so that means that the state of your brain, the state of your heart, the state of your body, all of that goes into what makes up the essence of your mind. And when you realize that these different components make up the essence of your mind, you can go in and change the specific components that add to the quality of your mind, thus causing you to use your mind to change your life. Okay, now you got to get control over the thoughts you're thinking, okay? And the thoughts that you're thinking are largely influenced by the content you are consuming, not just the content you're consuming from TV, not just the content you're consuming from movies, not just the content you're consuming from social media or from books or from your coworkers, but also the content that you're consuming from other people. And also other people means the content that you are consuming from yourself, because a lot of your thoughts are the same thoughts that you thought the day before. The trick to changing your thought process is to consciously reach for a new set of thoughts that you did not think the day before, unless the thoughts that you thought before are in harmony with the new life that you want to be living. So if you don't like the life you're living and the thoughts that you've been thinking up until this moment has been causing you to live in fear, causing you to have anxiety or to be angry, then reach for new thoughts, because those new thoughts could be the difference between you living a better life and living a life that gets progressively worse. Then the next thing you want to do is start paying attention to the way you feel most of the time. In fact, the way you feel most of the time is going to give you crystal clear evidence of the way you're thinking most of the time, because you can't feel bad without thinking bad. You can't feel good without thinking good. So if you're feeling bad, just start thinking good. If you feel good, continue to think the way you've been thinking that causes you to feel good. Another thing you could do is wake up in the morning and decide that you're going to set a crystal clear, positive intention that causes you to become consciously aware of how you choose to show up for this day. Don't just get out of bed and just unconsciously start going through the motions. No, meditate. Okay. First of all, before you meditate, set an intention. How do you want to think for today? And I start off by saying to my brain, I command you to think rich today. I command you to be productive today. I command you to think good. I command you to think about the best. If I don't do that, that could be the difference between me having a good day and me having a bad day. Okay. And I love having good days. In fact, that's all I have. I only have good days, great days, amazing days. Sometimes I have little off moments, but I set those intentions as soon as I wake up in the morning. And the next thing is do some energy work. I call this my rich morning. My rich morning is spent with me meditating, me doing self-hypnosis, me reading, me journaling, and working out. All of those things add to my rich energy. And so by the time I show up in the world, I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to give what I have to offer because I filled my cup up. You can't give what you don't have. So you need to give to yourself as soon as you wake up in the morning. And that's going to help you guide yourself in a better direction. And also, you're going to influence everybody that you come across in a more positive direction, because you're going to be a beacon of light walking around for all the world to see. Okay, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. You can go from where you are right now to really anywhere you want to be. Sometimes it takes a little bit of change, and sometimes it takes radical change. Look at your life and ask yourself, how big does the change have to be? And even if it's big change, you can do a big transformation with small, consistent steps. It doesn't have to be overnight. But if you want to go from where you are to where you want to be in a quicker time, maybe it's time for you to reinvent yourself. Maybe it's time for you to do the opposite of what you've been doing up until this point. I know for me, I had to do that. Everything I did up until the age of 27, I had to do something different. You know, I partied and drunk up until 27. I knew I couldn't do that if I wanted to change my life. So I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking. I stopped partying, and I stopped hanging around the people that I was associating with up until that moment, because I knew that it was crazy to think that I could change my life and still do the same thing I'd always been doing. So literally making a decision to become a different person, take different action, think a different way, feel a different way, live a different way, and put yourself in a new environment. That's how you use your mind to improve the quality of your life experience. Hey, it's Robbie Cornelius with the mindmastersociety.com. And if you want more content like this or to get in my mastermind, go to mindmastersociety.com and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the notifications.